Kia ora. It's our final recap of RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under Season 2. I'm Mama C. Well, it's episode 8, and we join the queens post Molly's elimination, and they read Molly's mirror. And it says, "Bye, Malls. She didn't just pop in, she popped off. Love, Molly." Well, next day, workroom, we join the queens, and they're reminiscing about their journey throughout the season. Speculate, it could be any one of them that wins the crown. It could be Hanaconda, it could be Queen Kong, it could be Spanky Jackson. So, who's it going to be? They all continue to reminisce about the season, and then siren sounds, and Rue comes on the screen and tells them that their final challenge, they're going to have to prove that they're a winner, baby. They'll be collaborating with Rue on their song, Who Is She? They'll write and record their own verses, and then they'll have to pull off the most challenging choreography of the season. And their choreographer is one of the toughest bitches in the business. And they'll spill the tea, of course, with Michelle Visage and Rue on their Jaffa lunch. Then Rue says, "You've all come so far, don't fuck it up." So the queens listen to Rue's song, Who Is She? They get a feel for the music and the beat. Hannah says Spanky oozes charisma, and this kind of thing is where Kong comes alive. Kong then lists why they're amazing, followed by humble. Hannah says she's humble, just ask her. The phone rings, and it's my dream girl, Delta Goodrum, and she listens to their lyrics. She gives them some feedback. She says a lot of times in writing songs, you write about the things you want to hear back to you, which is so true. And of course, she gives them love. Well, it's time for some Jaffa chats with Michelle Visage and RuPaul. And while they're having that, some cherubs are getting some makeovers. Up first, we have Queen Kong. Ru asks, "When you dissect your emotional journey, what happened?" Kong says the first walkthrough conversation with Ru asking about the inner child and how much they've neglected him. That made them really think about it and didn't know how to start that conversation. Michelle says, "That's a process," which, yeah, you're not going to solve that in a matter of a day or a week or whatever. Queen says for so long they let the guilt and shame from other people weigh on them, but now can take the power back and have discovered a new confidence and strength and excited for this to be the example that they're leading with. All right, well, we're going to check on the cherubs' makeovers here. Oh, how are we going here? Well, up next, Hanaconda is her Jaffa chat with Ru and Michelle. Ru says Hannah's opened up and really blossomed and says, "You're always striving for perfection." Ru says oftentimes people who strive for perfection come from a childhood where everything is in disarray. Is that how your childhood was? Hannah says they had what they consider a wonderful childhood, but in their teens, their parents separated, and that tore the fabric of everything they knew. So that's probably where the perfection problem came from. Ru says it's really paid off. Looks impeccable all the time. Makeup is always amazing. Michelle says she had the biggest social media following coming into this and asks about that. Hannah says the reality is that she does it for her circle, and that's what really matters. So Spanky's up next. Ru asks Spanky, "Have you always been this charismatic?" And Spanky says, "Well, it's always been there, but, they haven't really given a fuck what anyone in the world thinks of them." Michelle asks if Spanky is doing drag full time now, and Spanky says no, they work in childcare, which is bizarre, if you look at their drag aesthetic compared to what they do during the day. When they came home to take care of Dad, they lost that gay community that they had in Melbourne, and being with these kids has really saved him, and he really cares about those kids. You do really form a connection, don't you? Well, it's choreography time. And who is our mystery choreographer? Well, it's the Electra Shock from season 1. Also, since coming on season 1, Electra has been on stage, obviously. Also, did a guest stint on My Life is Murder, been a judge on Dancing with the Stars NZ. So, Electra's been keeping quite busy. So Electra asked the queens what it feels like to be in the top 3 because, they wouldn't know. And Electra and assistant Josh help them learn the moves for the song. Hannah's struggling with choreography. Electra worries if Hannah doesn't step up, they'll get lost. Spanky struggles a bit trying to get, back into things. It's been a while since they've done regular choreography. Queen seems to do great with the choreography. Well, Spanky and Hannah have to work even harder. Well, they're all excited. Hannah misses her partner of 6 years, Jack. Queen read a letter from their partner. There's lots of tears. Spanky says, they do miss having someone to cuddle up with at the end of the day. Well, it's anyone's game. They talk about everyone's strengths could be anyone's, right? Well, off we go to the runway, and we see a shimmering silvery RuPaul. Michelle says this is the tightest tops in RuPaul's Drag Race history, and she says she should know. Well, then Reese says, he disagrees and thinks it's the loosest top three. Well, it's performance time of RuPaul's debut of Who Is She? They obviously all worked really hard because it was a great performance. And now for runway, category is Grand Finale Eleganza Extravaganza. Up first, Hanaconda. Well, she looks stunning and polished as usual. What an amazing gown. It's like liquid color. It's just shimmering and it's beautiful. It really is gorgeous. And Hannah looks absolutely stunning. Queen Kong, I really love this look. It's very cool. Yes. How is she walking in this? I do not know, but props. Queen says they feel more powerful than they would ever imagine. Up next, it's Spanky Jackson. She's brought some glamour, some classic Marilyn Monroe, and she says the street lady has become the brothel owner. Rue welcomes them back to the stage and says he's proud of them all for making it this far. All right, time for the judges' final critiques. Michelle says Hannah's word for this series is consistency. I'd have to agree. Always consistent, yeah. Reese says Hannah really kicked it in the dick. All the challenges. Michelle says Queen's word is rebirth. She came here thinking one way and figured out that wouldn't work and changed it up. And Reese says tonight's outfit is artistry. Rue calls him a golden child who got out and proved themselves. Spanky Jackson, says maybe her word should be joy because that's what she brings. Reese says it's infectious, to which Spanky says, yeah, I've been told that before. Reese says she's marked by greatness. Spanky says this is what they need to remind themselves that they're awesome. Rue then asks Hannah what she'd say to little Chris. Oh, I know, look at them, they're so cute. Says to keep making them laugh because that's what they do best. Michelle asks if they still wear that outfit, and Hannah says, yeah, it still fits. Rue then asks Queen, what would you say to little Tom? Queen says you are worthy and strong, and let the emotions work for them. Then Rue asks Spanky, what would you say to little Blair? Look at little Blair. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. Oh. So Spanky says, keep marching to the beat of your own drum. You did good. Yeah. Rue then asks why they should be crowned, but it's always that same kind of stuff. So we'll skip ahead to Untucked. So in Untucked, our queens share the love with each other. It could be anyone's game. Spanky is busting for a piss, while our judges deliberate. Well, Hannah, they say, look gorgeous and is consistent, impeccably dressed. Yeah, Rue says she has it all. For Kong, Michelle says that, they had their breakthrough moment and has come into their own. Rue says it's been miraculous. For Spanky, Michelle says she's enigmatic and her it factor outweighs any outfit she's wearing. She's got it. So our queens are called back to the stage and have to lip sync to Wow by Kylie Minogue. Post the lip sync, Keita Mean comes back and joins us, our winner from season 1, to make her appearance in her, just simple little outfit. She looks great. So then Keita Mean says, they were Rue's first, and now he lets him come twice. Rue says the winner will receive a crown and scepter from Fierce Drag Jewels, of course the $50,000 courtesy of Samsung, and a year's supply of Anastasia of Beverly Hills makeup. And our winner for season 2, RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under, is Spanky Jackson. Fuck yeah! I was so wrapped. I mean, I literally screamed. I was so excited. I really am so chuffed for Spanky. So, congratulations to Spanky Jackson, season 2 winner of RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under. A huge thank you to everyone who's watched us this season, who's liked and shared and subscribed. I appreciate that so much. For all your comments and feedback, thank you so much. And if anyone's going to be at the big show coming up on the 20th of October, come up and say hey. I'd love to meet you. So, yay. Yeah, you'll notice season 1 queens are the ones on the tickets because they've rescheduled us a few times. I think they're going to mix in season 1 and 2 queens. At least that's the whisperings I've heard, but I don't know anything for sure. So I'll be looking forward to that. And then I'm going to hit the States because I need to get out of the country for a while because I've been locked down for a few years now. So I'll be heading out to America to, just get out and have some fun and go visit some people and have a great time. If you have any requests for another show to do, just give me a shout out and let me know what it is you'd like to hear. Until then, I hope everyone has a great day, wherever you are.